What's up, Sarsaparillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back. It is time for another Love Island review. But before I get into the video, I'm just gonna ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe, guys. My eyes, pre-warning, it's just running water. I don't know what's going on, but it's been running water like for the last 10 minutes or so. But anyways, guys, so let's get into tonight's episode. Casa Amor is here. Do we think these boys are gonna behave themselves? I doubt it. Here's the thing, right? The fact that Dijon, right away, he wants to play Truth or Dare. The reason why they want to play Truth or Dare, because they want to be kissing. And they want to use an excuse that they're kissing in a challenge. Okay, Dijon, we know. You know what I'm saying? We know. He's the first because he knows. He just want to be kissing somebody. But I'm glad, like the girls, there was none of the girls so far in tonight's episode that went directly for him. And I feel like there's a reason behind that. I feel like the girls has watched him. They watch him and realize that he's not gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have fun. He's gonna waste their time. And then he's gonna couple up back with my Meg. You know what I'm saying? So the girls are not trying to waste their time out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they're trying to get into that main villa, and they won't get in that main villa if they go with Dijon, because Dijon, he's out here playing a game and he's going to have his fun, have his cake and eat it, and then when it's time to recouple, he's going to leave them there standing. Remember, they had that 48-hour sleepover. So people, these girls, they watched and they've learned, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt anyone's going to be wasting their time with Dijon. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? The only way these girls go for Dijon, I think, is if they feel like, okay, you know, there's no other connection anywhere else, and they're going to try, and, you know, at the end of the day, at least I tried kind of situation. I don't think any of them is going to waste their time on Dijon because they've seen his track record. He's not going to walk away from the Meg situation. He's too dedicated. His mind is too set on winning. So that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? I do not like his little comment to talk about how I'm open, but I'm just not attracted to girls in the villa. Liar. First of all, I'm not saying who he should or should not be attracted to, so nobody really cares, right? But he kept saying that Billy Kiss was unreal, but because she challenged him, she didn't keep quiet in a situation that he was hoping that she would keep quiet. All of a sudden, he doesn't fancy her. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't need you to fancy her, Dijon. We don't need to, because realistically, I am sure that the same way you claim that you fancied Billy Kiss originally, but you got to know and you realize that she's not somebody you go for. I am sure right now, if we asked Billy Kiss, she would probably say the same thing about you. You're not the person that she would go for in or out there. Do you know what I'm saying? In the villa or outside. So you're not the only one. Do you know what I'm saying? So for him to be like, oh, well, I don't fancy any of the girls. But not fancy you either. Get over yourself. Get a whole grip. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's interesting tonight because in that little conversation where him and Meg were having the breakfast, right? The way he started that conversation as if he was going to say, I'm going to close off. And you could tell Meg was expecting him to close things off. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the way he started that whole line. And I feel like Dijon is toying as well with Meg because he knows what Meg wants, but he was waiting for this moment. He wants to have his fun in Casa. And then when he comes back, that's when he's going to do the big moment. He's going to come back and be like, do you know what? I try to get to know people over there, but they're not my Meg. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like there's no one else that's going to come in here that's going to turn my head. So I think I'm just going to close off after he's had his fun. That's what he's going to do. Because he knows right now, after Casa, my home stretch, I could see it. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. Dijon, you mad? I was talking about yesterday. So that's what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? He's toying with Meg's feelings as well because she is trying to act like she's understanding somewhat. But Meg is dying for him to say, I'm closed off. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in tonight's conversation, he made it look like that's what he was going to do. And then he just beat around the bushes and talk about, well, hopefully they don't send me any more dates then. Go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Go about your business. But I am glad that Casa, although it hasn't started for the girls yet, I'm glad that it's now here. Because I feel like, you know, Yasmin needs a proper shot. Because honestly, I think Connor and her, they're just trying something because they're not really attracted to anybody else in the villa. I feel like they're trying something, right? But there's nothing there. I don't see anything there with Connor and Yasmin. You know what I'm saying? But Yasmin is quite open. She's willing to see whether there's anything there. And I think Casa, I'm hoping that she finds somebody that she really, really likes in Casa, and it's been reciprocated. And of course, Billikis, aka Billikis. Oh, I just found out that Billikis was actually Dami's girlfriend, guys. Yes, yes, yes. But you know, so we love what's your name? India. We're team India and Dami long time. But at the same time, Dami and Billikis, they have a good relationship from what I'm reading. They actually get on, and apparently they work together or got some kind of business together. I don't really know, guys. I don't really know what true or what not true. But at the end of the day, we're team Billikis, right? With team Dami and India. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I love my Dami and India. Even though Dami, they stress me out all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But I still love them because they're the only couple still together from their season 3 years in. Okay? 3 years in. Right, Davide? Right, because Davide, I'll never forget how Davide made that comment about India to try to make her look like she unattractive. I'm not forget. Okay? But I want Billikis to find somebody. I want Billikis to find somebody that she's really attracted to, because I think she's trying to be open-minded with Giorgio over breakfast, but I don't think there's anything there. So don't waste my time. I don't think there's anything there. So I'm hoping one of these boys will come in, because we know Billikis is fine. Finer than a glass of wine, honey. Okay? Finer than a glass of wine. We know she's fine. You know what I'm saying? And any boy will come and want to snatch her up. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not worried. Let me see the quality of the boy that'll come in. Hopefully them have some good substance, but I'm not worried about it. But I'm glad for her, because she's just come in and already her time has not been the best. So hopefully Casa will just bring that out for her. Do you know what I'm saying? Shakira, no, and Tony. I don't know why Shakira and Tony love for gossip and gossip about the people them. Do you know what I'm saying? She made a comment yesterday saying that, you know, Helena did not steal her man. Helena stole her problem. And you know what? She's right, because Harry is a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Harry is a problem. And Shakira don't need that problem. To be honest, nobody need that kind of problem. Nobody need that kind of stress what Harry bring. But at the same time, him and Eleanor go on with them thing, and it is what it is. But my thing is, not everybody respond the same way. They're gonna be gossiping about Helena said Helena doesn't give a damn about Harry. How you know that the girl don't give a damn about Harry? What? Because she's gonna say that she would have felt better if Helena was crying. Do you know what I'm saying? Why Shafia cry? Why Shafia cry? Do you know what I'm saying? Not because you probably would have been in tears, mean that everybody else would react the same way. Do you know what I'm saying? Because from Helena's point of view, she feels like at the end of the day, Harry knows what they've got, especially because they've been around in this whole situation. They've been back and forth, and they found themselves back together. So in her head, she's thinking at the end of the day, yes, his ex is in the villa, but at the same time, I know we've got something special, so I don't have to worry about it. I think obviously she will have a little bit of worry in the back of her head. She probably will. But at the same time, I think she's trying to kind of just think positive about the situation. Obviously, the girls were saying to her, like Meg saying, listen, you're too accepting. You're letting him off too easily. And I do think that Helena does let Harry off a bit easily sometimes. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone should change their personality to accommodate anybody. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not for me, that person is not for me. So I guess this will be one big whole test. But at the end of the day, I did not like the fact that, you know, they want to slag her off because she's not crying. And saying that, you know, at least I knew she was crying. It meant that it would have meant that she cared for Harry. You know what I'm saying? I knew that Shakira likes Harry, but at the same time, Shakira might have not been crying. Shakira in herself, she probably would have not cried. I don't think Shakira would have cried. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think she would have cried. She didn't cry in a situation with Helena and him. Do you know what I'm saying? She do you know what I mean? Like, come off it, man. Like, I just feel like they need to focus on their own business. Like, Tony, she need to focus on her own business. Because right now, Harrison over there run the tone red. Because Harrison won kiss that blonde girl already. He kept pushing for the kiss. And she would have kissed. It's only because he said that he likes the chase. That's the only reason that girl, that blondie that he was talking to, did not kiss him. Do you know what I'm saying? And in the Truth or Dare challenge, a lot of them went for him. A lot of them kissed him. So now him have a whole basket of fruits are wait to be eaten. So at the end of the day, make sure you go on, because if you couldn't trust Harrison right in front of you, how you gonna trust Harrison right behind you? Because already Harrison have legs over there, so and I rub them legs and all them something there. You get me? I come from, I rub down legs and all them something. And me want to see, because if Harrison decides to go back to Tony in the end, even though we know say him not really want Tony, but if he does decide to go back into Tony in the end, me want to see. I want to see whether when they reveal this, if she would stay with him after that. Because remember, they all told Helena for left for your man, you know. Remember? She tell him left Ramel, don't go back to Ramel. So would want to say if what goes to the goose, really and truly goes to the gander. You know what I'm saying? But Harrison, I feel like Harrison's gonna kick up a storm over there. Harrison gonna go on with him thing. Harrison gonna sow him seed like him a farmer will. May I tell her something? You know what I'm saying? But I'll have to wait and see. But let's see, Tony might surprise us. Tony might also surprise us and start to get to know people. I think all the girls should try to be open. I really do. I think they should all be open. I feel like Emily, even if Emily wants to, I feel like Emily will try to be more reserved and not to, because she might think, you know, people like Tommy, and at the end of the day, I don't want to mess it up with Tommy, But Tommy look like him open. Because him says somebody could possibly turn his head. And to be honest, I'm not going to read too much in that, because realistically, once there's a will, there's a hope. So at the end of the day, somebody might be able to turn his head. And he can't for definite say nobody can in that villa. So the honest answer would be to say, yeah, there's a potential. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like Tommy and Emily as well. I don't feel like, I'm not going to say what they have isn't real, but I feel like it's not something that they would have gone to naturally. They didn't naturally gravitate to themselves. It's almost like they had to choose to be in a situation because of the whole Connor and Meghan situation. Like, they had to kind of like do what they did. Do you know what I mean? But is there anything real there? Because, you know, Tommy's said it a few times, like we haven't been on a test, and, you know, different couples got their tests. I don't think we need a test. I don't think anybody needs a test to know whether something is something you want to be in. I think this test is bullshit. But at the end of the day, Love Island contestants is a lower test, right? But I personally feel like he's not going to, I don't know, guys. If it's me, it's me. But I just don't feel like what him and Emily has is something that is stable enough. I don't know. Maybe he'll realize that, oh, I actually really like her. But that blonde girl that wanted to kiss Harrison, right? The blonde girl that Harrison wanted to kiss, she wanted to kiss him as well. That one that had her legs over him, she licked Tommy's chest as the person that she fancied the most. I feel like, the computer says no. I feel like she just tried to jump on Tommy because she knows that people like Tommy. That's what I think. I don't think Tommy's the one that she likes the most. I think she's trying to jump onto Tommy because she knows Tommy is more popular on the outside. That's why I think she did it. I don't think that she fancies him more than anybody else. I'm so sorry. If I'm wrong, but I'm never wrong, because I could have been right, so therefore I'm not wrong. I'm still right. Do you know what I'm saying? But but that's why I think that she did it. As for Emma, Harry's ex, you know, they asked him and he told the truth. He feels like he likes more, or he feels more drawn to Emma than he does to Helena. I think realistically that's understandable, you know, and I hope that doesn't like get played back in a wrong context, or not say wrong context, but I hope it's not. I hope if Helena was to see it, she probably would be like, yeah, I get it, because realistically, you know, Eleanor is somebody that he likes, and he just even decided, he didn't even fully decide. Somebody decided for him that, you know, Shakira decided for him that she didn't want to be in that situation at Chip anymore. And now he's back with Eleanor, right? So if he couldn't choose between Helena and Shakira, do you know what I'm saying? Where he's just met both of them, realistically, for Emma, that he was with for 3 years, have a tattoo of her letter, the letter of her name on his wrist, obviously. And he said as well, that's the girl that he was in love with. That's what he told Helena on the date, right? So more than likely, that's the only person he's been in love with, right? And if I think about myself as the only person I've been in love with, if I was to meet somebody right now and you ask me, and I've been dating with them for like a month or so, you know, and you say to me, you know, who I feel like I had more feelings for, realistically, probably would be my ex, the person that I was in love with, the only person that I was in love with. It would be more than likely, because this is new. So because it's new, it's like you might really like the person, but it's not love as yet. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's love. That was love there. So for me, it makes sense that he actually said that and he was being honest, right? Would they go back? I don't know. She was giving him a grilling for the fact that she said that he was like disgracing himself, how he was not thinking about the other girls when he was doing what he was doing. He was thinking about himself, whatever. And then how she feels like Shakira is too good for him because he couldn't satisfy Shakira's actual needs that she would need from a man or whatever. But she also said that Helena and him belong together, and then she made a comment saying that they're both snakes. Now, I agree with everything she said, but I don't like the comment about Helena. Yes, someone not gonna say yes, made up on Helena's side, I'm not upon nobody's side because I'm a fluffy, I'm a can't upon no skinny girl side because we broke them down. Yeah. So that's not what my point. My point is, I feel like that's not a fair thing. I don't like the fact that everybody wants to jump down on Helena. Because at the end of the day, if all the boys are open and they can get to know other people, all the girls should be open as well. And if Eleanor is trying to get to know people, she's trying to get to know people. I don't think they should. I think most of the time people give the girls the blame more. And don't get me wrong, I do understand she was bashing Harry. She was really letting him have it. So she didn't say much about Helena apart from the fact that she felt like, you know, they were both snakes. But I just feel like she could have just reserved that comment for herself and just made it focus on Harry. Because Ari Shanor, right? She said basically that she didn't come in here for Harry, right? I don't think she necessarily came in here for Harry, but I feel like she also wants to know if Harry has some kind of feelings. I feel like she came in to be open, but obviously to stir some drama to see the whole situation with her and Harry, because she obviously knows that I feel like Harry probably would have tried to I feel like Harry probably tried to get back with her a few times afterwards. I feel like Harry's probably tried to get back with her as well. So I feel like low-key she knows that maybe, you know, there might be something there for him, for her, right? But I don't know. Let's see what will happen. Because even Tony, I feel like Tony was trying to make Helena sweat. Because when she said, oh, well, I don't feel like she's going to come all this way if she didn't think there's something still there with her and Harry. I feel like she did that just to get a response out of Helena. But I don't think Helena is the kind of person to display those emotions. I feel like she'll laugh it off. I feel like that's the thing with Helena. Even if she's feeling some type of way, I feel like she'll conceal it. She'll mask it with like a laugh or a smile or whatever. Because most of us, we do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Will Harry, you know, try it with Emma? Would they try anything? Is anything there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like he probably won't be on his best behavior, but I'm kind of hoping that he learns from this whole situation and prioritize Helena, because I feel like, yes, that's your ex. Things didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? It didn't work out for a reason. And I don't know. Let's see. But all I'm saying is I hope the girls don't waste their time on Dijon. Let him feel unwanted in this situation, because at the end of the day, he's wasted too many people's time. So if any of the girls even like think that he's cute and like him or whatever, I want them just not butter eyelash pan him. Don't even butter eyelash pan him. Make him go on. Do you know what I'm saying? Actually, I kind of want that, but at the same time, I want him to misbehave because I want some footage for movie night. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, guys, that's all I have to say about tonight, because tonight was just a little bit about Casa and whatever. So let's see. Let's hope the boys misbehave. So we get some content. But at the same time, let's hope the girls are also misbehaving. I hope they're open. I want the girls to be open and just try to get to know other people. For the first time, be really open, especially Meg. Be open. Nice it up a little bit. Nice it up. But then again, Dijon is going to act like, say, oh, I did this, I did that, and you get to know somebody else. No, Meg, go on, go get to know somebody else as well. Do it. Get a little kiss. At the end of the day, why not? Why should all the footage be about the boys per movie night? We need to get some girls in the action as well. Yeah, you. But anyways, guys, I've come to the end of the video. So if you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Yes, guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video. But for now, keep it sassy, delicious.